Yay. Hey, everyone. Hello. Just a quick check. Can everyone hear me okay? Say something in the chat. Let me know you can hear me okay. I know you can see me okay. Is it not coming up yet? Hey. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Somebody tell me you can hear me.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Can you hear me? Adam, can you turn on your sound just to check that I am? Okay, good. Perfect. Now, Adam, say something.
Hey.
Okay, and people can hear Adam. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining in today. And I'm sorry I didn't announce this ahead of time because I literally did not know whether I would still be here or I'd be in labor. So I didn't want to announce it yesterday and then not be able to show up. So thank you everyone for coming. So the plan for today is I'm going to chat with you about what the plan is with my maternity leave with the baby coming any day now. And then afterwards, I am going to do an Ask Me Anything session. So if you have any questions for the Ask Me Anything session, please put it in the chat and Adam will save it for me for later. And please keep in mind that
we're up to 350 people.
That there's probably we're not going to be able to get to all the questions, but we'll do our best. Thank you for all the congratulations, you guys. This is really, really making my day. Okay, so first order of business. I am currently 39 weeks plus a few days pregnant. So I am due on the 6th on this Wednesday. So that's why I didn't want to schedule this in advance and announce that I was going to be here because who knows if I'm going to be here. So baby could theoretically come any day now, even though first babies tend to be late. Just so you can see, I'll show you my bump right now. I know a lot of people can't really see my bump very well during the cooking because I'm always wearing an apron, but there it is. So about to pop any day now. And it's been really uncomfortable to cook with this belly. Okay, so here, and the baby is a boy, just to get that out there because many people have asked. Okay, so here is the plan for my mat leave. So we've wrapped up our last shoot. We did that last weekend, so I'm not shooting anymore until baby comes and I'm ready to be back again. But that means that I have a few videos stocked up. So there's still maybe like three or four, maybe 5 videos stocked up that I haven't released yet, that those will be coming out. However, I am going to be releasing them at a reduced schedule. So instead of doing a once a week video, I'm going to cut it down to once every 2 weeks. Some of you may know this, some of you may not know this, but I edit all of my videos myself. So with baby coming, obviously it's going to take me a little bit longer to get those videos out. So that's why I'm spreading it out a little bit more. And also, I will try to alternate the recipe videos with some live Q&A live updates like this one with some Q&A sessions so I can introduce baby to you and answer any questions that you may have, whether it's related to cooking or baby or anything like that. And just so that we can keep in touch. And if you have any questions about recipes, things like that, it would be your chance to get those asked as well. So I won't go, point being, I'm going to not appear as often, but I'm not going to go completely MIA. So I still have an intention to keep in touch. I don't know. This is my first baby. I've never done this before. And, people take different amounts of time to recover and things like that. So I don't really know how long it's going to take me before I am able to come back and film and get back on regular schedule again. So it is entirely possible that I may end up having to go on a bit of a hiatus if I run out of all the videos and I'm not ready to be filming again. So just FYI, that is a possibility. but it won't be forever. It won't. I'm still gonna come back. So a few things that I wanted to remind you that if I do take a break longer than expected, there are so many old videos that I bet you haven't seen. You may or may not know that I have basically about 500 videos on my channel. I've been doing this for 10 years. There are a ton of videos that you probably haven't seen. So during this time that I'm gone, I encourage you to go back and take a look at some old videos. There's some gems back then. And a really good way of browsing old videos is for you to use the playlist function on YouTube. So if you go on my YouTube channel, you click the playlist tab on the top, you see that I have videos organized and curated in lots of different ways, different categories. So though that's a really good way, I think, to just browse videos that are older, because it'll be like a mixed bag of videos in those specific playlists. So that's a really good one to do. So I encourage you to do that. And if you're looking for a specific dish, please remember you can always do a search, whether on my YouTube channel or on my website. Just search the name of the dish. If it doesn't come up, try spelling it a little differently, because people have different ways of spelling Thai dish names, and just see if it comes up. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. And then another reminder, if you want to stay on top of my news, my updates, you don't want to miss anything about what's going on with the channel and with me, make sure you're signed up for my newsletter. I only send out one newsletter a month. And in the newsletter, it has a complete recap of all the recipes that have been released in the past month. Sometimes I even do it once every 2 months because I forget about it, or I don't know. It just gets too busy and then I don't get around to it. So it's not going to spam your email inbox at all. It'll be a recap of all the recipes that I have released, so you won't miss a thing. And it'll include any updates, any news of changes. If I'm doing like real life cooking classes or events or anything like that, that will also be in the newsletter. So if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you're signed up. The link to sign up for the newsletter should be in the description of this video. If for whatever reason you can't find it, just go on my website, hotthaikitchen.com. And there will be several places where you can sign up for the newsletter. I think if you go to contact, there's a drop down that'll be newsletter. So you can sign up there. Okay, so be on the newsletter and you will not miss anything. And I want to mention briefly, to keep you busy while I'm gone, there are a couple of resources on the website that some of you may not realize is there. One is Adam's Pride Project on the website. Adam created a world map of Thai grocery stores on the website. Well, he didn't create the directory, but he built a platform, a Google Maps basically, where people can put down a pin of where they go to shop for their Thai groceries. It may not be like a Thai grocery store, but it's an Asian grocery store where you can find stuff that I use. So if you ever wonder where to go to get certain things, check out that map. Go on my website. There's a button on the top, and it's called Locate a Thai Grocer. I think it's under shop. Right. So you go on the website, you go to shop, and then the drop down will say locate a Thai grocer. See if your grocery store is on there. If it's not on there, make sure you put a pin on. Tell us a little bit about it. It'll really help the people in your area. Okay. That's been there for years, and we have just got to be hundreds of shops on that list now. It's really quite cool. And I would love to see your shop on there. Okay. One last resource to keep you busy while I'm gone is, most of you may know this already, but I do have a curated list of equipment and ingredients that I use. So if you want to know about what burner do I use, what wok do I use, what blender do I use, what does the container of my coconut milk look like? What does the container of the curry paste that I often use look like? It's all listed there under kitchen tools and equipment. Go on the website. Again, the website is full of resources. Go to shop, kitchen tools and equipment, And then I have it listed out on a platform called kit.com. And those are all Amazon affiliate links. So you could buy things directly from there, and then the show will get a bit of a commission. It's one way you can support the show. Thank you very much in advance. But you don't have to buy it from there. You can just use it as a reference so that you can see what things look like before you go to the store and get one. Okay, so that is the last resource I wanted to mention before we are done. So that's it. That's the plan for my mat leave. Quick recap, I'm reducing it down to a video every 2 weeks. I've got some videos stocked up that'll be coming out. I'll hopefully be doing some live streams in between to keep you updated, and then we'll see you back when I'm back. Are we ready to move on to questions?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna move on now to the Ask Me Anything section of this session. So if you have questions that you want me to answer, put it in the live chat. Adam will do his best to transfer them onto a place I can see.
Yeah, my best. Please don't hate me for taking a while to get to them.
Yeah. Okay. So if I don't answer your question, it's Adam's fault. Is what he's saying.
That's right.
Question number 1.
That's actually my job.
Baby's gender. I already mentioned that it's a boy. Hey. And do you ever plan to visit St. Paul's, Minnesota? You know, I get this question. Do you ever plan to visit this city, that city, this city, that city? I would love to visit all sorts of city. It's just, not always possible. But if I do have plans to be in a certain city, I usually announce it in my newsletter. So if you want to know whether I'm coming to your city for, various events or whatever, be on the newsletter. Although, to be honest, with this baby, I don't think I'm going to be traveling too much in the upcoming year. Who is the father of my baby?
Not me.
The father of my baby is my husband, whose name is Craig. You guys have heard me mention my mother-in-law, who, is an excellent cook, and she's shared a few recipes with me, a few Chinese recipes with me. So my husband is Canadian Chinese. He was born in Canada, but he's ethnically Chinese. So I get to learn more Cantonese cooking, to be exact, via his family. So that's been a blessing as well. So if you want to know what my husband looks like, go on my Instagram. My handle is Hot Thai Kitchen. There's a photo of him and a photo of him at our wedding there. If you want to know, he's a guy with a man bun. So,
and he's a super guy.
He's a super guy. What is your momently favorite dish in your... Okay, so what do I crave in my pregnancy is what you're saying. Okay. So in the beginning, I was getting, what do you call those things? Morning sickness. So I was nauseous and exhausted. It wasn't bad. I wasn't vomiting like some women do, but it was definitely a difficult time. And all I wanted were things with a ton of MSG in it. Like, I wanted pho, I wanted ramen, I had so much instant noodles, and I try to make it healthy by putting lots of vegetables and whatever in it, but I really wanted that like salty MSG loaded food. Really spicy. Everything I ate was way spicier than I would ever normally eat it. For some reason, that worked really well. And oranges, which I think is pretty common, not just oranges, fruits, all sorts of fruit that's a little bit tart. I wanted all sorts of fruit. And the oranges thing is actually, I'm still craving oranges today. It's really bizarre. Other fruits, okay, I'm over them now. I love fruit, but I'm not craving them anymore. But oranges is still a thing. Yeah, but other than that, my cravings basically stopped as soon as my morning sickness went away at about 3 months. So now it's just normal. Now I just want everything. Now I just eat a lot. Hello, Pai. I've been watching your channel for years now. Of all the YouTube cooking channel, who would you like to do a collaboration with? Oh, that's a really hard question. Who would I like to do a collaboration with? Oh, there's just so many cool people. I mentioned this before. I would love to do a collaboration. I have a soft spot for like grandmotherly figures who are making videos, because on YouTube you see a lot of young people, right? So when I see channels where, it's like somebody's mother or grandmother, and they're so cute in the kitchen, and they're just like teaching. They don't really, so any sort of like YouTube channels with like aunties and grandmas doing the cooking, I would love to join them. I wish I could bring my grandmother onto my channel as well, but I don't think she'd do very well on it. She'd be very nervous. Okay, more questions. Are there food tour companies in Thailand that I would recommend? Not off the top of my head. I mean, I don't personally have any experience with them, but I will give a shout out to Courageous Kitchen, which I have featured in a video before. They're a nonprofit that helps urban refugees in Bangkok. I don't think they do tours necessarily, but they do cooking classes, which also involves taking you to a market and doing like the shopping and things like that. And it's very intimate and very hands-on, and it's for a good cause. So if you look up Courageous Kitchen, that's the one that I personally know and can vouch for. But other than that, I know of my friends who have gone and had great experience. I don't know those names off the top of my head though. Okay, next question. What is my most favorite Thai food? My most favorite Thai food is probably, it's hard, right? It's like picking your favorite children, but a dish that always comes to mind is shrimp paste fried rice. Shrimp paste fried rice I can eat any day, anytime. Too bad it's a bit of work to prep, so I don't have it that much. But every time I go back to Thailand, I always do it. Shrimp paste fried rice and khao man gai, Hainanese chicken rice.
Sorry, I have to jump in. Someone says, I see the man bun, but is that a dress?
What dress?
From the picture.
Oh, the wedding dress?
Yeah, the wedding outfit.
Oh no! Oh, the Thai wedding outfit? No, those are pants. Those are Thai pantaloons type thing. They're very cool. I love them. Okay. Will you make your own baby food? Yes. I plan to breastfeed for at least the first 6 months exclusively. And then after that, then yes, I will definitely make my own baby food. I plan on feeding this kid durian as soon as he can eat solid food so he can develop a taste for it. I plan on exposing all sorts of weird flavors. Maybe I'll sneak some shrimp paste and fish sauce into his vegetables so he can develop some good taste. Yes.
When do you do?
I'm due on Wednesday. Other than Thai cuisine, what is my favorite cuisine? Ooh. I love all sorts of cuisine. I have to say, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard because they're good for, thank you, Josh, for your super chat. What's the difference between a cook and a chef?
Yeah,
okay, you've got that? Okay.
Yes, don't.
I mean, things are good for different reasons. Like I love Koreans for their soups, like their spicy soup. I love Japanese for their really sort of delicate flavor balance. I love Italian food, but yeah, Vietnamese is good.
What doesn't?
I love Italian food mostly because I love lasagna so much. I had lasagna for my birthday party yesterday. I just love like that meat sauce with tomatoes. I love spaghetti and meatballs. That's another thing I can probably eat every day. Oh my God. So yeah, no, I love all sorts of things. Okay. What is the difference between a cook and a chef? A chef is a title. Okay. So everybody's a cook. I'm a cook. Like if you cook, you're a cook. So let's take it back in the context of restaurant, because that is where the word chef sort of came out of. The word chef in French just means boss, right? So in the cooking world, everybody is a cook. You cook things, you're a cook. But if you're a chef, that means you're a boss in that context of all the other cooks, which means generally that you create the menu, you have a say in what things should taste like. A lot of restaurant settings, the chef doesn't even really cook anymore. They just train other people to cook. And then the cooks than cook his dish, right? So I think that would be the main difference. People are using the word chef now sort of outside of the world of restaurants. So if you want to like extract that concept, I would say that a chef is somebody who can actually has initiatives and creativity and not just like follow a recipe. You know what I mean? Like if you take a recipe, you follow it, you do it, it comes out, you've cooked something, then you would be a cook. But if you're a chef, then you're creating, you're making adjustments, you're making like judgment calls, things like that. So if you want to apply like the traditional concept of cook versus chef from restaurant to home cook, that I think would be it. So yes, thank you, KP12065 for your super chat. Thank you so much. Next question.
What are you up to?
Do I have a name for my son? Yes, but I won't tell you until he comes out. How do you choose the recipes, dishes you show on your channel? Honestly, there are two categories, two things I use as a criteria for choosing things on my channel. One, what do I want to eat? And that's really important because I don't want to cook things I don't want to eat, right? Like then I'm not into it, I'm not passionate about it, then it's like it's no good for anybody. One, so I have to want to eat it. So sometimes it's just something I want. Then I'll like, oh, that's a good video I wanted to share. Two, it's something that's been requested like multiple times. Like I get requests all the time. If it's request once by like a couple of people, then okay, maybe not. If I want it, maybe. But if it's been requested, like, okay, like there are lots of people wanting to know about this dish now, then I will start to seriously consider that as a video idea. And then it also depends on like some recipes are just really complicated and hard and it would take me lots of different tries. So that tends to get pushed back a little further. It depends on the recipe. Like for example, my roti, my banana pancake recipe, that was requested for years and years and years and years. And do I want it? Of course I want it. Like it's good. But because I know that it's a recipe that's going to require multiple rounds of testing and it's like sugary dough, it's not something that I want to make all the time. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to end up with sugary dough that I would then have to eat or throw away. So I kind of delayed that for a while because I didn't want to eat sugary dough too much. But eventually I was like, you know what, Paylene, like at some point you just got to do it. So I did it. And I ate a lot of dough. What do you think with collab with Adam Liao? I think that's how you pronounce his name, Adam Liao. I love Adam Liao. I actually watch many of his videos. I would love to collaborate with Adam Liao. I think he's awesome. He's also Hainanese, which I am half Hainanese as well. So I feel like we're kindred spirit in that sense. And I just love his voice, love the way he talks in the kitchen. I love him.
You also mentioned
Lydia Bastianich.
And then Mangchi is somebody else mentioned.
Yes. Thank you for your suggestion. Now, if you could get them to contact me, that would be great. What is the seasoning I dip my fruit in? I don't dip my fruit in anything. I know that people in Thailand like to dip their fruit in a mixture of sugar, salt, and chilies. That's it. The thing that you see people dip, well, there's another variation too, but mainly is sugar, salt, and chili. And we only do that for things that are sour, because the salty, the sweet will help mitigate the sourness. So pineapple, some people use, guava, which is not sour, but it's bland-ish. So people like to dip it in that. Sour mango. So if you ever want to do it, just do sugar, salt, and chilies. Just taste and adjust. You're obviously going to need only a little bit of salt. Thank you, Kevin Wong, for your super chat. Thank you so much. I recognize Kevin Wong. Kevin Wong always watches my video. Okay. Ever tried French food? Yes, I went to France recently for my baby moon. It was awesome. Check out the video. I have footage of like all the French food that I tried. It was awesome. Are you going to raise my baby to be bilingual? Yes. So the plan is I am going to speak to him exclusively in Thai as much as possible. And then my husband will speak to him in English because it's the only language he speaks fluently anyway. He can speak Cantonese, but not enough to be comfortable conversing in it all the time. So I'm going to plan on speaking to him exclusively in Thai, and then my husband can speak to him in English, and then hopefully it'll all go well, and then he'll be completely bilingual. That's the hope anyway. I know that kids that are born in North America tend to resist learning their mother tongue. I've seen that in a lot of families anyway, and it's a bit of struggle to get them to learn like the language that of the mother or of the parents, because they want to speak what everyone else at school speaks or whatever, right? So I just hope that I speak it enough and take him to Thailand often enough that he will just absorb it and he will have no choice but to be able to speak it. Okay, so next question. Have I been to Chiang Mai? Yes, I've been to Chiang Mai only once or twice, and I really don't, it was so brief. I really don't know like where my favorite place was or anything like that. So this person is asking if I've been to Chiang Mai, which is a town in northern Thailand, and what are my favorite places there? I don't remember. Sorry. It was great. I have an aunt who lives there, so I went to visit her. So it was more like a visit rather than like a sightseeing kind of thing. Okay.
And Lucas, here, can you please make a rendang recipe?
Can I please make rendang? I already did. Just do a search on it. I already did rendang. Thank you, Enrico, for your super chat. Thank you so much. Lucas, thank you, Lucas, for your super chat. I missed that.
Here's Josh.
And Josh, I already thanked Josh, who I think is also a patron member. Okay. I've lost track of all the questions.
Go to Thailand on your time off. That's Enrico.
Am I going to go to Thailand with?
On your time off.
Yeah, so the plan is once the baby is about 3 months old, I am going to bring the baby to Thailand so that he can meet my parents and, I don't know, get some Thai immunity into his system. That's the plan. So he can grow to have iron stomach like me.
Actually, someone asked, when are you going to introduce Sriracha?
As soon as he eats solid food. That baby is eating spicy at 6 months old. No, but really, I really want him to like, I don't know, be exposed to the germs in Thailand to develop some immunity. And main reason is to meet my Thai family. But yeah, at 3 months, I think it's a little easier to travel with a baby who's very, very young as opposed to one that's starting to wiggle around. So 3 months is my plan. So hopefully I'll be able to do some videos when I'm in Thailand then as well.
By the way, some people are saying some really nice stuff, which would be great for you to be able to read later.
Yes.
So I'm just copying and pasting those. Just FYI, everybody, she will see them.
Okay. Thank you. Did you always want to be a chef or a cook? What do I want to be doing in the next 10 years? I have always wanted to cook. Well, I've always wanted to cook. I think I started realizing I really liked to cook, like realizing like, hey, I think this is something I really enjoy doing when I was about 12. When I was able to actually like cook myself. And ever since then, it's been the only thing that I wanted to do. It's been the only thing that like people ask me, what's your hobby? And I'm like, I don't really have one. My hobby became my work. And it's, you know, which I guess is a blessing, but sometimes I do wish I had a hobby outside of it. But yeah, my cooking is the only thing that I want to do in my free time. So yes, I have always, and what do I want to be doing in the next 10 years? I still want to cook in the next 10 years or work with food in some way. It may not be like directly cooking, but you know, doing something food related. Does Craig cook with me? With me? No. Our kitchen's really small, and I think sometimes we cook together, but it's not very often because our kitchen's small and it's really tight to have 2 people. Craig always makes breakfast, like because he gets up earlier than me, so he always makes breakfast, and then every once in a while he'll get excited about chili or ramen or something, and he'll want to take on like a project cooking, and then you know he'll go shopping and get excited about making that. And although like being me, I try to let him cook, but I also can't stop myself from interfering and like, why don't you do this instead? Why don't you do that instead? And I know that's not cool, but I want the food to be good. So I try to really hold my tongue. Not successfully all the time, but you know, I try. What Thai dish is my least favorite? That's a good question. I don't like anything with bitter melon in it. I don't like bitter flavors in general. I don't really like anything with pea eggplant in it, which is also bitter. A dish that I don't like. I can't think of
Someone else mentioned, is there a dish where you go, like a balut for Philippines? Is there such a thing?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't like, people ask me about plara, which is in Lao they call badeg, which is a fermented fish paste that people add to things. Like I'm not a fan of that. Like I will eat it if it's in front of me and it's mixed in well and it's used in a balanced manner, but it's not something I will seek out, and it's not something you're going to see much on my channel because, you know, not really something I like. Thank you, X Squared, for your super chat. And you're asking any tips on seasoning and maintaining a steel wok? Got one for Christmas. Like a carbon steel or a stainless steel? Because if it's a carbon steel, I do have already one video on how to maintain carbon steel, which is what I have. It's really easy. All you have to do is, so you have to initially season it, and I would follow manufacturer's instruction, but it basically involves burning the heck out of the wok with oil in it, and then until it's like black. And then after that, every time you use it, you have to wash it and then put a layer of oil on it and then heat it up until it's really hot again. So we do that every time after we use it. And as you can see in all my videos, my wok is like basically non-stick. Nothing sticks to it. It's great. So, but there is a video, just do a search for a wok on my channel and it'll come up. Is there any Thai dish you don't eat? Because it's you. I also don't eat bugs. Like, I mean, you know, like deep fried crickets and all those things, like, you know, they're not even that delicious in my opinion. Like, so I feel like a lot of people eat it for the novelty of it. I've eaten it and it's like, okay, it's fine, but fried chicken is better, right? Like fried chicken's better, barbecue pork is better. So why would I eat these things and like have to get over my ick? How many times does it take for me to film a normal recipe? To film one. So we only do one take of the actual cooking. So the question is, how many times does it take for you to film a normal recipe? So one to film. But before I get to filming, I have made that recipe. Oh, it depends. But at the minimum times I've made that recipe is probably 3, just to make sure I really get it and it's consistent and all of that. Some recipes are more complicated and I will have made it 4, 5 times, 6 times. So it just depends on the recipe, but the minimum is probably 3 times. So by the time I film it, it will be at least the 4th time I've made that recipe. And not to say that that's the 4th time I've made that recipe, but before that I've never made the recipe before. Like I may have made something often in the past, but I've never sat down to actually write out a recipe for it. You know, like I'll just wing it and I'll make something. But if I'm going to make something for a video, all of a sudden it becomes a very systematic process where I have to write everything down. I measure all the ingredients and I test the recipe. So in terms of how many times I test the recipe, it'll be a minimum of 3. Okay. Do I want to publish a cookbook? I already did. I already did. You can look it up on Amazon. It's called Hot Thai Kitchen. Do I want to publish a second cookbook? Yes. I have a couple ideas in mind. I'm just toying with them. I'm just waiting for an idea to really like ignite an excitement in me. Like I've toyed around with a few ideas and they haven't quite like sparked the way the idea of my first book did. So I'm still waiting for that because I really want to be excited about it. So, and there are lots of angles I could take. So if you have any suggestions about the angle I can take with the cookbook, I would welcome that. Coleslaw recipe. Yes, I already have it. Again, if you ever wonder, do I have a recipe for X? Do a search either on a website or on my YouTube channel. There are 500 videos that I have now. Like, chances are, if it's a well-known Thai dish, I already have it. Chances are. There are a few that I haven't done. Are there religious Thai rituals after having a baby? Nah. Well, I don't know. Like, we're not a super religious family, so if there is, I'm not aware of it. But the one thing that Thai people do is they will stay in. So the mother will not leave the house for 30 days. And I think that's common also in Chinese culture, in Latin American culture. Also, mothers don't leave the house, I think, for 40 days. So,
are you going to do the not washing thing?
Not washing my hair? No, absolutely not. That's no. No. And the idea about washing hair is like after birth, like your body has just gone through a pretty like traumatic event, and it's a big time for recovery. And so people used to believe that if you wash your hair will get wet, and then you'll get cold, and then you'll get sick from being cold with wet hair. But now we have things like hair dryers. So, it's like an old traditional belief that doesn't really apply anymore. So no, I will continue to wash my hair. I do like the idea of staying in the house for 30 days though, because I think that people should rest and recover and not exert themselves, and have people help the mother recover, and so that she can spend time with the baby and all of that stuff. So I think it's important. I mean, not like exactly 30 days is important to me, but until the mother feels ready is my belief. I believe that the mother shouldn't feel pressured, like, oh, I need to go out, I need to get back on my feet and do things. Like, if you want to stay in and chill out and recover for 30 days or 40 days, you should be allowed to do that with no problem.
A lot of people abroad since the beginning, they want to see the baby bump again.
Okay, want to see the baby bump again? Okay, baby bump round 2. Ta-da! Hello, there it is. And just FYI, I've gained about 25 pounds since I started, about 10, 11, 12 kilos, something like that. So it's difficult. It's like walking around with a bag of rice with you at all times. Like everywhere you go, you're carrying a bag of rice. That's how I look at it. Okay. Questions.
And by the way, no baby names yet.
No baby names yet. Yes. Well, no, I have a baby name. I'm just not telling you yet. It's a secret. Are you planning to recreate some of my old videos? Yes. And I've been doing it. Like, I just released a Penang curry video. And when I do a remake of a video, I try not to do the exact same thing. Like the original Penang was with pork. This time I'm doing it with beef, because when you change things like that, there's always added tips and tricks that I can contribute to. So yes, there are lots of remakes on the list. When was the last time I made something and it turned out really bad? I don't know if this was the last time, but it's the one that got burned into my memory. So I'll tell you about it. I wanted to make a cake with a agar jelly layer on top. So, like I have an agar jelly fruit cake recipe where it's like a jelly with fruit in it. But I've also seen where it's a cake, like a butter cake, with somehow the agar jelly layer that's able to attach to the cake. And it just did not turn out. Like, it didn't stick. It was a traumatizing experience. Like the whole assembly of all the components was just went badly. And I was like, forget it. I'm not doing this anymore. One time, and I'm like, forget it. I'm done. I guess because it was so much work, because you got to like make the cake, which is work, and then you make the jelly, and then you got to make that layer that's supposed to connect the two pieces together. And then when it turned out so disastrously, I just threw in the towel. Maybe I'll revisit it, because I like the concept of it. What types of rice you use? Any rice desserts? Oh my God. So what type of rice do we use in Thai cooking is jasmine rice is the one that we usually use as a side dish. For desserts, though, we always use sticky rice, either sticky rice or black sticky rice. Have you thought about creating a recipe box that your viewers can order?
Yeah, there was another one asking about products. Are you going to be right there?
I don't know what a recipe box. What do you mean by
like
a
a
recipe
China
box?
I'm guessing. Like China box. And,
like a meal kit?
Yeah, sort of like those Thai pantry. That's another one, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like food products. It has crossed my mind, but
and then there's sauces and things.
It has crossed my mind, but I have no immediate plans of doing it. I don't know. I enjoy being an educator. I enjoy teaching people. So I think if I do get into products, it will be when I feel like, okay, like I'm happy with what I've done in terms of educating and then move on to products. But it has crossed my mind before, definitely. Like I've thought about making like a good sauce that people can use. Like pad thai sauce is one thing that I don't have any brand that I can recommend because I just haven't had any good ones. And I understand the convenience of like people wanting to make pad thai quickly and to have a sauce that's good, well made and authentic, ready to go would be useful. That would be really good. Or like a stir fry sauce, like a pad see ew sauce, like a pre-mixed sauce that's really good with no weird chemicals added and things like that. So I have thought about that before just because I don't see good ones widely available on the market yet. So it is something that I've thought about.
Again, by the way, to the people who have come in recently, Pylin will be able to see the messages later. They're going so fast right now. But hi to Switzerland and Kuwait, by the way.
Hi.
I mean, people are giving their countries really cool. It's really cool.
Could Adam do an in-between cooking video while you are doing episodes?
That's what I was laughing
every
about.
fortnight? I don't know. Adam,
instant noodles?
For him to cut a block of cheese is already an accomplishment.
Boiling water.
There's a reason why this kitchen is so perfect for Hot Thai Kitchen because Adam doesn't use it for anything. He only uses it to boil instant noodles and make coffee. Every once in a while, he might get inspired and boil some spaghetti and then put canned soup on it.
Yeah.
But
I'll throw an egg in with instant noodles.
Oh, he puts eggs in his instant noodles. Yeah. That's almost cooking.
Yeah, it is.
That's funny.
Well, there's Josh again.
There's Josh again. Thank you. Any Thai tips used to look 10 years younger?
What keeps you young?
What keeps me looking young? I don't know. Do I look young?
Yes,
probably. I don't know. Lots of vegetables. lots of vegetables. And you know what? Josh? Smile a lot. I think smiling makes people young, keeps people young. Adam looks young too. If you could only see him.
I look old, but I look younger than I am. If
you could only see Adam, he looks a lot younger than he actually is, and he smiles a lot. Will you show Adam, please? No, Adam does not wish to be shown. Adam does not wish to be shown. How are you planning to lose weight, gain? Will you share it with us? I am planning on that baby sucking the fat right out of me through breast milk.
That is the best sentence I've heard this year. Can we record? Is that recorded?
I don't know. I mean, I plan on being active as soon as I can. But I don't know. I don't really have a plan. So, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it goes. Maybe I can do that in my next live video. And that's it. I think we've covered lots of really good questions.
Exhausted?
I am exhausted. I'm always exhausted now. Again, I am literally walking around with a 25-pound bag of rice attached to me the whole time. So life is a little exhausting right now. So again, if you came in a little later, watch the beginning where I talked about the plan of what I was doing. Losing my train of thought here. The plan of what I'm going to do while I go on my mat leave, so you're not surprised or wonder where I've gone, things like that. So watch the beginning of this video. Thank you so much for joining this live chat. I'm so happy to see all of you here. I know the timing doesn't work for everyone all over the world, so if you're staying super late, especially those of you in Asia, thank you so much. And I will see you in the next video, which will come out 2 weeks from now. Okay. Again, I'm always available on social media. Follow me on Instagram. That's the platform I am most active on. So follow me on Instagram, and send me messages, things like that, and I'll try to get back to you.
You want to try and do another live post, maybe?
Yeah, I'll do another live post, baby, for sure. For sure. Yes.
So there'll be 3.
Anything else you want to say before we leave?
No. Somebody mentioned, I should make a show on making like instant noodles or something.
Oh, Adam can make a show
doing before.
on how to make Adam's instant noodles.
I know my instant noodles. I really did.
Okay, maybe that's a show idea. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to all the questions. There were so many, but I think I got most of them. If you really need me to answer it, send it somewhere else. Send it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And thank you for all the super chats that have come through. See you later. Bye.
See you later. This is where you can't find the button to turn it off.